Hi, how's it going? Today I want to look at an upgrade for my Glock 48 pistol. I've been using this Glock 48 pistol in some of my local IPSC matches, pistol matches, and it just has the standard sights, factory sights that it came with. And I thought I would give that an upgrade and see if it improved my performance at all. So I bought myself some Dawson Precision sights, and it comes with all the things you need to install it. It's a little fiber optic front sight and a nice wide blade black rear sight. So I'm going to try to install these now, and I'll shoot them in my next competition and see how we go. So let's install these. Alright, as with any modifications or working on your gun at any time, make sure the gun is cleared first. So here we have no magazine in the mag well and no round in the chamber. So, get this started. We won't need the bottom half of the firearm at all. Put that aside. And we won't need firing pin spring or the barrel. Alright, let's have a look at this Dawson Precision sight. What's nice about it is it comes with all the tools that you'll need. So we got our punch, front sight removal tool, rear sights hex key. We got our front sight here. Comes with a couple extra fiber optics. I'm going to leave the red one in. I like the red one. So the whole purpose of this is that it should give us a finer sight picture, as the rear sight or the factory sights are rather blocky and not particularly high contrasting. But your fiber optic sight should be quite a bit sharper. Give us a finer sight picture. With the hope that it'll make things easier to aim. There's our rear sight. Oh, that's nice. It even gives me a little arrow to tell me the direction I'm supposed to go in. And before I forget, I have to drift it out this direction. Alright, let's do the front side first, because that looks the least intimidating. So, on the inside, using the provided screwdriver, I should be able to take it out. I brought a ratchet with me just to make things easier. Oh, well that was only hand tight. That was incredibly easy. Didn't need that ratchet at all. Nice. Come on, get out of there. There we go. So there's our screw. We can push that out of there. I imagine there's a little bit of Loctite. Oh, there we go. That wasn't hard. There we got our front side off, easy enough. So we'll set that aside. I always keep my factory parts in the same bag my upgraded parts came in, so I know where they all go. Okay, the new one came with its own screw. So let's get that off. Alright. This looks to be the side that I would want to face towards me. Doesn't look like there's any way to put this on wrong. Nor is there a way to make it too high or too left or right. There's just one hole to put it in. Okay. And we will put a tiny amount of Loctite on this screw. Very tiny amount, considering it's such a tiny screw. Let's get a little bubble on here. That's probably too much. No, I don't need much at all. It's such a tiny screw. see if I can do this without dropping it too much. And I was reading online that it just needs to be 5 to 7 foot-pounds of torque on there, or just hand tight. And considering it was only hand tightened on from the factory, I'm going to believe them. So, alright, so changing the front sight was certainly easy enough. Now the hard part, the rear sight. Alright, what do I want to use? I got my punch, and I brought my little hammer, and I brought my high-tech punching out tool, duct tape. So when I put this in, yes, that makes sense. So I said I need to take it out in this direction, which makes sense because, no, wait, that doesn't make sense. This says I need, oh, yep, it does make sense. Here we go, add that backwards. I can see the little arrow, so I'm going to take it out that way, and I can see the arrow on here going in the opposite direction. So I'll put it back in that way. So that makes sense. Alright. There's a little notch on the side there. I don't know if that's another way of indicating that that's the side that I have to punch it out from. Great. That was surprisingly easy, which is great. Okay, now this one actually has a screw on it to add tension. So let's make sure the tension's backed off before I set it in there. Let's see, how far does that go down? Okay. Let's give this a go. So we want to go in this direction. Hopefully this won't require any filing. Make sure this is nicely cleaned out first. So far so good. Let's start punching and see how difficult it is. The nice thing is this punch is all nylon, I believe, so there's no way to damage the sight. So I see some marks on it, but I think that's just the plastic coming off the punch. So I better make sure I get it centered the first time because there is no windage adjustments once it's in. Let's see. Oh, looks like I went a little too far. Just going to want to eyeball this. Oh, a little bit back. Oh, too far. Home gunsmithing is trial and error. That looks pretty well centered to me. Alright, so I got the sights installed and I think they look really nice. Come have a quick look here. So you have a nice fiber optic on the front, nice blade on the back. I'm just going to do a quick test here at 25 yards and see if we can hit anything. All right, let's go have a quick look and see how we did. So when I put these on, I just tried to center them as best I could. All right, so I definitely need to improve, but you know, it's in the general area. There's a little to the left. I'm not going to be shooting past 25 yards very often anyhow. Anyway, I'm happy with how they look. I think the gun looks great now. Yeah, I'm happy with how it turned out. Thank you for your time and have a good day.